feel very passionately about that day and what it represents.
Welcome to the show, Aatif and Shah Nawaz. Assalamu alaikum, guys. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Nawaz, you were 10 years old when the event happened back in 1947. What do you recall from this day?
I was 10 years old on that day, and people listen on the radio. The Pakistan has been come on the earth.
Yes.
Right? And all the people on the road come, dance, start dancing.
So you remember that well?
Yes, and they were very happy.
Yes.
Very, very happy all over. We got freedom. Yes.
And what was it like technically? Did maps get redrawn straight away? Was it like flags all over the country straight away?
फ्लैग्स वो कह रहे थे उस वक्त प्रैक्टिकली कैसे आपको लगा था सारे उस वक्त झंडे वगैरह थे उस वक्त सब लोगों ने पता था कि पाकिस्तान क्या इंडिया कौन सा
people use me, put me on their shoulder.
Yeah.
And
of course, because you were 10 years old, yeah.
On that time, that's why. You see.
Now, Aatif, I'm sure your father has explained to you extensively what he saw during that time, right?
Absolutely, no. It's always fascinating to kind of because my dad's in his 70s, mashallah, so he's living history, and he tells me all about that time and how proud and happy they were that our country had come to the fore, and even though we're continuing to go through so many difficult times, Pakistan, it's still it's such a strong part of your identity, and he's been very careful about that my whole life, just making sure that I don't become British all the way. I always have Pakistani there as well. It's British Pakistani.
We saw there in that VT lots of celebrations going on today in Pakistan. What's it like in your household? Do you make this? Is this a tradition for you as well that on the 14th of August you will get together and you celebrate?
Yeah, we all celebrating out there in Pakistan. Very, very happy on that.
It's a big deal.
Very, very happy. Everybody on that very happy. Is the hardship of by Qaeda Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who work for this. And we work hard for our.
Yeah, so we do go and celebrate.
He's actually founder of Pakistan.
Sure.
Yeah.
Jinnah, of course, and we do mark the occasion. We do go for dinner sometimes. We celebrate. We wear green. I think it's more common amongst sort of younger people, especially who kind of. I find it quite ironic actually because I have a lot of friends who've never been to Pakistan, but they put on the green and everything, and they get very passionate about celebrating. And it's easy to say, well,
Our sofas wearing green.
There we go. There we go. So you're doing your part. See, this is important.
Now, Aatif, you're born here in the United Kingdom. Do you think it's still important for people like yourselves to stay connected to Pakistan and events like this?
Absolutely, because, without people like us who have that connection to Pakistan, a British person's perception of the country is limited to what the media or anybody else will give it to them. So it's important for people. I love Pakistan. I make a point of going back there every year. It's a very strong part of my identity. I keep up to date with what's happening in the news. When bad things happen, I feel sad. When good things happen, I feel pride. But it's absolutely crucial because if you have English friends, it's impossible not to, I suppose. Living in England, you're the only source of information that that person has about what a Pakistani person's like. That's kind of what encouraged me to make my film in the first place, because I know what the perception is of what Pakistan is like. It's really important to kind of shatter that in a way, which at least correct it.
Sure. You mentioned your film there, and you kindly brought a couple of copies with you. And you also live in the life a few months ago, and we were talking about this very film, Postcards from Lahore.
Which is your sort of journey, is it, through going back to Pakistan?
Yeah, absolutely. That was the first time I went back to Pakistan in about 14 years at the time. And it was incredible, really, because, again, I went to my dad's house, and he very kindly didn't charge me rent or anything. He just lets me stay and took me, and he, to his credit, he took me everywhere. All over the place, and I kind of documented that journey. And there was a lot of self-discovery there, as well as just physical discovery. And I really wanted to share that because I had probably identified at the time more with an English person and their perception of Pakistan.
Yeah. And
even young British Pakistanis, they have their way of thinking. Oh, I'm going to go to Pakistan. There's nothing I can do. Oh God, it's going to be like this. It's going to be like that. But when you go there, you realise this. It's your homeland. You'll feel a special connection anyway before you even get to your first Nando's or whatever it is you want to go to. So it's it's a beautiful place, and I had to document it. Yeah. And I think that's part of the responsibility of being a British Pakistani.
Sure. Well, guys, we really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for coming in. Do stay with us. We'll be talking to you a bit more later on. Thank you very much. Right, guys, it's time for our